Tip of the day. So when you're stopped by police, it's important to remember that the police are trained to view you as a threat or a potential danger. If you do anything that causes the police to believe they're in danger, that situation can escalate into something very violent. You can find yourselves on the ground and in handcuffs before your brain even has an opportunity to process what just happened. So here's why that is. So police are trained from the academy forward that any situation with the general public can turn on them real quick, right? And so they're not only told this, but they're showed footage and videos of officers who had a moment of hesitation or who were distracted just long enough for someone to either disarm them, someone to beat them down, someone to even gun them down. And those are very visceral images for someone who's in a profession that is as dangerous, or that can be as dangerous as policing. So with that in mind, when you encounter the police, it's really important to understand for your own safety how the police are viewing you. So if you're stopped by police, right? If you're approached by police, the first thing you can do if you see that happening in advance is try and record the interaction if you can do so safely, right? But once the police actually makes contact with you, make sure that they can see your hands, don't make any sudden movements, and what you can do is you can ask permission to make any type of movement, especially movements that involve your hands, right? Otherwise, you put yourself at risk for that situation to escalate. If you don't want to answer their questions, simply say, I do not wish to answer any questions, right? That is your right. But I would follow any type of lawful commands. They're going to ask for driver's license and registration, give it to them. They're going to ask you to maybe get out of the car, do it, right? If you're not in a car, they may ask you to sit on the curb, right? Even if you feel like it's not lawful or you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, follow those orders, because any action that you take that causes them to believe that you are challenging their authority as a police officer can easily escalate into one of those situations where you find yourselves in handcuffs on the ground or in the back of a squad car. So with that in mind, so far this year, 663 people have died based on some type of police interaction. Those are the deaths so far in 2023 through July 31st. So with that in mind, it's important that you understand that so that you can basically advocate for your own safety. Your goal is to survive that experience. Your goal is to make it home. If there's anything happening that you feel is not fair or they've targeted you for some reason, that's all fine. We can deal with that later on. But if you want to protest, but do it in a way that doesn't threaten that police officer or cause them to believe that you're a threat to their safety, because you may not make it through that situation unscathed. And so again, the goal is to survive the situation, survive the encounter, and that's my tip of the day.